TikTok tubies and Instagram peeps, it's Psychic Bob. It is so awesome to be back with you. Well, welcome to Wiccan Wednesday. That's right, we're going to today finish working on our mystical white wand, the wand of the white goddess. As many of you know who have been following me for the past few weeks, we've been working every Wiccan Wednesday on setting up our shrine and our tools for worship of the white goddess. And for my white goddess, I'm choosing to use a statue of the Virgin Mary, for I believe she is a form of the white goddess. Now, when we talk about the white goddess, this has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with race. This is about the color of light that emanates and the clothing of the goddess. There are actually black versions of the white goddess and Asian versions and Native American versions. I happen to like this version because I believe Mother Mary is a form of the white goddess. And this is Mary as Our Lady of Lourdes. And when she appeared in Lourdes, interestingly, she appeared at a shrine which was an ancient goddess shrine to a goddess of springs. So just very interesting. But in the last few weeks, we've been working on this wand, and as you can see, this is coming along. Now, this white wand was made from a branch that I found out in the woods. And it's traditional to have a white wand to invoke the white goddess. So we've been painting it the last few weeks. And I told you in the last video to leave part of the wand unpainted. That way, that's so that we could hold it and rotate it while we work. Well, the rest of the wand is dry. So today we're going to finish working on that handle part. Oh, by the way, I also want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who came up to yesterday's video. We did a live stream event, a live stream messages from the spirit world. If you didn't see that, you need to go see it. It's in the queue right before this video. We had such a great turnout, a lot of fun, answered a lot of psychic questions, did a lot of psychic readings, and just hung out with you guys. It was really great. So, anyways, I want to say thank you. If you haven't seen that, check that out. It's in the queue right before this one. Oh, and before I forget, don't forget also to visit my website. The link will be below, PsychicBob.com, and register today for my psychic development class. This Saturday, we're going to work on how to do messages from the spirit world, how to receive messages and deliver them. So if you want to learn on working with your psychic ability, come out to our class. You don't have to have any experience, but register over at my website, okay? Once I get the registration, I'll send out a notice on Saturday to let you guys know. It's going to be the Zoom link. We're holding it on Zoom. It's only $30, 2 hours of training, one-on-one with me and you. Don't miss it, okay? Come register. Now again, remember, this craft is very simple. So all you need is a piece of wood, preferably from nature. If you can't find a stick in nature that works for you, you could also use a dowel rod for this. But I think that the witches of old would have found a branch. I literally found this branch. It was a down branch, and it just fits right in the hand. It's perfect for a wand. And then you need some white paint. And I just basically am using regular Craft Smart washable white paint. Now, I'm not being endorsed by Craft Smart, but just any old white craft paint will do wonders for this project. And then, of course, a brush, which we're using a sponge brush. We need just a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and start to paint our wand here. Actually, I'm going to hold it up here. You'll probably want to prop it up. I don't have a stand here, so I just flipped over the paint bottle. And that way that allows me area to work on without having to hold the wand as much. So you just want to add some coats of white to the rest of your wand. Now, we'll probably have to do this in 2 coats so that it dries up nicely. After 1 coat, it doesn't seem to be quite enough. But you know, as you add your paint, remember, this is a project that is a meditation and a way also just in the making to commune with the goddess. So just take your time, just relax. There's no need to be anxious or worry about perfection. This is your wand that you're going to use, your magical tool. And as you work, you can just rotate the wand. So we did one side. And we're going to turn it over, as you can see here. We'll work on this side now. And so we'll just gently add our paint to this unpainted side. I like to use the sponge brush. It just seems to work great with this type of project, with wood, particularly natural branches, because you can get into the areas easier than you can maybe with the brush. Sponge tends to adapt to spaces that are not always the easiest to paint. And so we just did this side, and just, as you're looking down your wand, you might see an area that just needs a little touch up, and you can work on that as well. Just add a little touch up. Like so right down here, the paint's a little thin. Further down, well, we did this part last week, but I'm just going to add just a little touch up there. See how that works nicely? And again, just relax, We're not worried about being Michelangelo's. This project's not about perfection, it's about devotion. And you may say, well, I want to be perfect for the goddess. Really, the goddess wants your heart and your mind, your love. And for some of you, maybe being perfect is a way to express it, but don't make that the priority. Make love the priority. If you love the goddess, it will be perfect no matter how it turns out. Because like one of my teachers used to say, all things with mirth and reverence. So you can be reverential and serious, but also laugh along the way. The other day I was working on this wand, and I was doing some touch up on down further, and I hit the edge of the wand and flipped it across the room and splattered paint on the wall. Now, what a klutz I was, but you know what? It was fun. I wish I had it on film. It was one of those classic Bob moments that only I could do. But you see, now look at that. It's wonderful, coming together nicely. Now, you'll get to a point where your wand is saturated, and at that point, just set your paint back and just, let your wand set up, okay? So you don't have to do anything, just let it dry. And then we'll come back later and do a second coat. Some of you have written to me, said, Lord Ision, are there any special gemstones that are associated with the white goddess? And yes, there are. Any of the white stones that are traditionally called white stones are associated with the goddess. For example, today, to honor the white goddess, I'm wearing my special moonstone pentacle. Can you guys see this? And this is a silver moonstone. By the way, the white metal is associated with the white goddess, is silver. Silver or white gold. Either of those can be worn in honor of the white goddess. But this has a little moonstone inside of it, and that's a lovely stone. So moonstone's a wonderful stone to have for the goddess. And in fact, I'm just going to take this and touch it to my statue. My statue's already been consecrated. And if you have a consecrated statue, this is one way you can also bless your jewelry. So you can take and just touch it to the hands of the lady. You say, gracious goddess, white goddess, ancient mother, we ask your blessing upon this pendant of silver and moonstone. May it carry your essence, and may we be inspired, blessed, and protected by you while we wear it. So mote it be. And just hold it up. Let the goddess see it. I like to put it in front of her eyes. The ancients, many ancient pagans believed that the spirit of the deities resided in the statue. So this statue, though it's a small statue, carries the essence of the goddess. So we can show this to her and receive her benediction through her glance upon it. And so there you go. It's a lovely little piece of jewelry to wear. Other stones associated with the worship of the white goddess is the quartz crystal. Here I have a giant, now these are Lemurian crystals. You don't have to have Lemurian ones, but quartz crystals in any form are associated with the worship of the white goddess. And in fact, in many of the ancient stone circles and throughout Britain, in ancient Britain, there are clusters of quartz found at the circle sites. So it's believed that they're stones of power and associated with the worship of the goddess. So this is a lovely quartz crystal here. I just want to let you guys see it. So I have this also here on our goddess altar. Now normally I don't have all this plastic and paint down. So today this is not looking the best, my altar, because it's being used as a place to prepare the wand. But normally I would have these laid out in artistic arrangement to look lovely. So here's one of my crystals. I'll put that down there. And then one of my other treasured Lemurian. This is a giant Lemurian that I have. Isn't that wonderful? Let's go where you can see it a little clearer. This is a giant, massive, it's a frosted white. You can either get totally clear crystals or frosted ones. They're both, anything quartz is associated with the worship of the white goddess. Do you know the ancients used to believe that quartz was actually frozen water that had solidified into stone? And so it has a water element to it. Now, some people say quartz is a fire stone. I can see that as well. So it could be either, because it does emit an electrical charge. But it can also be a water stone. And the white goddess is associated with fresh water, with springs and lakes and things like that. And if you notice behind her here, this picture, I have a Japanese or a Chinese scroll, and it's water running down a mountainside. So it's like a stream or a brook that cascades down the mountain. That's very white goddess-like energy. So she's associated with springs and fresh water. And these crystals are associated with her as well. And I also have another quartz crystal, which is another one. You can see this. So again, white goddess energy. Quartz crystals are wonderful. And if you want to wear a crystal in honor of the goddess, that's also an option. Here's one of my other pendants. This is a Lemurian quartz crystal pendant set in silver. I got to polish the silver, but it's on a cord. And this would be a wonderful gemstone to wear as a symbol of your work with the white goddess. Well, I've waited a while, and this is still not set up enough to paint another coat. So I think we're going to let it just sit for tonight, and next week we'll finish this and we'll do the consecration. But we made a little more progress. And like I always say, we don't have to rush anything. Take your time. Craft your tools with love and devotion, and they will serve you well. So there's our white wand just sitting. Some of you said, Bob, could I add sparkles to it? You can do whatever you want. Traditionally, the white wand is left bare. But if you want to ornament yours, hey, the goddess isn't going to be offended. There's no rules about this. It's just tradition. It's tradition that the white branch be plain to represent her. But you could put silver sparkles on it, or white sparkles, or any color really, and sprinkle a little power into it that way. Again, follow your intuition, follow your heart. Somebody wrote me last week and they said, Bob, I have a white wand that I made, but I want to add a white feather to the top of it. Can I do that? And my answer to them was absolutely yes. It's not a big problem. It's not a crisis. Whatever you add, it should be traditionally white, though, and keeping white or silver as well could be added. But I wouldn't recommend, at least for this tool, that it have a lot of color to it, because the idea is to connect to the pure white light of the white goddess. So keep everything white. It's just it's more in harmony with the practice of tradition. Hail to the white goddess, she who is the ancient mother, mother of the earth, mother of the moon, mother of the fresh waters. We invoke you, gracious goddess, now. Hail. So tubies, while we're waiting for the wand to dry, I thought we'd do a little invocation, a prayer to the white goddess. Gracious white goddess, we approach your holy stream. By the way, guys, down here is a stream, a freshwater spring. We approach your holy water, asking your blessing. Gracious goddess, as we touch upon your foot and your holy robe, I ask for your presence now. I ask for you to send your blessing, your holy light, your mystic white light down on all of my tubies. May they be kept in your warm embrace and under your watchful eye. May they have blessing, protection, healing, and all good things that you, the great ancient mother, bring to all of us who are your children. I ask for those Wiccans who feel persecuted for their faith. Mother, wrap your white veil of protection around them. Let them feel safe and confident in their faith and in their path. Let nobody disturb any of your children, Mother. Put always your protection around us. And as we work with the white wand, let us feel your presence even more. We thank you, gracious goddess, for this day. We ask your blessing now, and I call upon you for your blessing upon myself and all of my tubies. May we all be kept under your protective mantle, your white cloth. May it be our safeguard always. Blessed Mother, thank you for hearing our prayer and coming to us this day. Hail and farewell. Well, Tubies, I've had such a great time here today, and I hope you've enjoyed this as well. Listen, make sure to help me out. Like this video, favorite it, give it thumbs up, and make sure to hit that subscribe. We'd love you to be here. And make sure to visit my website below, PsychicBob.com. We'd love you to come over, subscribe to my website. I put up blog posts over there, and you can register for readings and for your classes. And if you've tried to reach me in the last few days, I am still getting through letters. I'm getting over 100 requests for readings a week. So I'm working on the list. I haven't forgotten any of you, and I will get to you soon. So thank you for your patience. I love all of you. Listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. We'll be back here tomorrow for Vlog Thursday. We're going to go somewhere. I'm not sure where, but just be here. All right, TVs. Well, I've had fun. I hope you've had fun. Make sure, again, give me likes, thumbs up, favorite it, share with your friends. Psychic Bob, got to run, got more work to do. So I be out of here.